Hello retro game players, thank you for tuning in. I'm Marcus, and today I've got quite the story slash pickup video for you guys. This is a pickup video that took about 5 years, and I'm not even kidding you. So about 5 years ago, I was checking out Craigslist looking for arcade games. For those of you who've been around watching the channel for a while, you know that I have quite a few pinball games and arcade games. At my current house, they're crammed into a small garage, but at my last house, I had an 830 square foot detached garage, which was just amazing. Filmed quite a few pickup videos there, so check it out. I'll actually link the arcade room tour or whatever here. But anyway, so I was checking out Craigslist. I found a Jurassic Park sit-down, full enclosed light gun, kind of on-rail light gun game shooter. It was nearby me. I went and checked it out. The price was right. It was huge, and I just wanted to go see it more than anything. When I got to this guy's house, he's an awesome guy. He's actually well known in the gaming community. I go over there. He's got about 10 arcade games in his basement. Tons of replica movie props. Things that he does that are amazing, from Star Wars to Willow to Terminator, like just incredible stuff. He has store displays. I mean, great collection. And while I was there, we looked at the Jurassic Park game, and I just realized how huge it was, and trying to move that thing would be insane. I knew that it would not be easy, even though his price was totally fair. So anyway, lining his basement walls were a very impressive Sega Genesis, I would say all in box, so mostly complete in box, but all in box. Like, and what I mean is some games may not have manuals, that kind of stuff, but a very impressive, you know, Genesis collection, close to 500 games. I think he had less at the time, you know, I think it was closer to probably 400. But anyway, I was like, whoa, man, this is crazy. You know, do you play them? And he's like, not really, I don't really play them. So I just said, well, hey, if you want to sell these, let me know. And we kind of started talking, and we couldn't really come up with a good sort of arrangement. And it was interesting because I told him about my pinball games, and one of the games I have is Star Wars Episode 1, the pinball game. And it's got an upgrade. It's actually got this computer, it's called a new core kit, and it basically replaces the monitor and the hardware that always fails. This is the Star Wars pinball game with the holographic reflection of the monitor. So anyway, I told him I had that, and he was like, hey, maybe we could trade straight across. Well, the thing is I just picked up that game. I only had it for, you know, 2-3 months at the time, so I wasn't ready to trade it, even though the Sega Genesis is my favorite system. And actually right back here on this shelf that you can see, this actually has a lot to do with this video, believe it or not, but those are my Genesis games. And I have probably a couple hundred in box, and you know, a ton that are loose. And I've also got a pretty good Sega CD collection. But anyway, behind me I've got this huge shelf that I built in my game room. And anyway, this video is sort of divided into a couple parts, but essentially we couldn't work out a deal at the time. So this is like 5 years ago, you know, whatever. A year goes by, we stay in contact. I see him at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo pretty much every year. We catch up and talk. And anyway, long story short, this last expo, so this last October, he said, you know, I might be ready to sell them. And, you know, I went over to his house, and this was this week, and we worked out a deal, and it was absolutely insane. I walked through and checked out, you know, all this stuff that was included. What's cool about this guy, I don't know if he wants to be named, so I'm not going to do that, but what's cool about him is that he wasn't trying to get, like, you know, price gouging, you know. I mean, he was basically someone who found these games when they were cheap, like full-on, you know, garage sales, that kind of stuff. So all these games were cheap for him at the time, and I gave him what I think is fair for all this stuff. You'll see how crazy this is, and how it relates to the shelf behind me is that I have to build another shelf So I'm doing that today. These shelves that I make are 9 rows high, at least for this room, and 8 feet long. So they'll hold a ton of games. But I don't have room for all this stuff, which I'm going to show you in a second. So I have to make more shelf space. So I'm just going to show you that, and I'm going to show you some of the, I can't show you everything, but I'll show you some of the highlights or things that pop up as I look at the boxes. So check this out. I hope you guys enjoy this, and yeah, let's look at all this stuff. All right, so here it all is. I'm going to do my best to show all of it. It's not going to be real easy. Essentially, it's all boxed, and I mean, it's insane. There's some real highlights here, which I'll talk about as well. So basically, you know, part of this stuff too is, for me, it's crazy to see like a collector who does such a great job and then, you know, is ready to go on to other things, you know, and find you know, either a new interest or whatever. But I'm really glad that we stayed in contact and we were able to work this out, because like I said, the Genesis is really my favorite system. It always will be. There's just so many games that I enjoy, and they're just a little darker. So let's just start. I'll just kind of go through some of the highlights and show you guys what's up. So he did throw in this Streets of Rage 2 poster, one of my favorite games. This Genesis right here, the box isn't perfect, but the system is absolutely mint. In fact, mint isn't correct. It's never been played. If you open this up, it's completely sealed. The system is sealed. It's insane. It's like completely mint. I guess I'll just go through some of these boxes. So we'll just start like here. So some of these games, you know, completely suck, and some of them don't. So obviously, Madden, those kind of suck. But they're, I mean, they don't suck. They just, you know, if you like sports games, they don't suck. Sonic 3D Blast, Robo Kid, absolutely one of my favorite games. I know I played that on the channel. Mortal Kombat 3, Streets of Rage 3. Let's get down to where we can see the other titles. Sports games, Lethal Enforcers, Gunfighters. This was included. I actually just picked up a Sega CD Secrets from somewhere else this week too, which was pretty awesome. Samurai Showdown. Actually really like this game, of course, but you know, Neo Geo's better, but hey. Sonic and Knuckles, a couple different copies. Definitely going to have a huge duplicate. I guess a problem. I don't know if it's a problem, but Sonic 3, 2, Risk, Sonic 1. What is this? This looks, oh, it's some kind of repro. That's crazy. Unlicensed, it's actually priced on here, $60. Unlicensed Argentina hack Donkey Kong 99. You know, I have this. I have the Russian version, which I played on the channel. It was horrible. It's just completely horrible. The Punisher. And then we can see some of the end titles here. So Echo, Earthworm Jim, X Mutants, let's see, Double Dragon. This is the duels, it's the fighting game, I think. Shadow Falls. Yeah, it's that fighting game. It's not very good. DJ Boy, that's pretty cool. Chuck Rock. Yeah, Dune is absolutely one of my favorite games. This is so cool. It's basically like Command and Conquer, and great music. Yeah, I mean, if you're into real-time strategy games, this is so cool. So highly recommend that one for sure. Comic Zone, Dracula, eSWAT. I actually like eSWAT. Ernest Evans. There's some loose games, just sports games. This is one of my favorite games too. I know it's weird, but Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing. I actually really enjoy that. Earthworm Jim 2, Echo Jr., Cyborg Justice. I just bought that a while ago. It sucks. Anyway, I'm going to have to get rid of a lot of these that are duplicates. So, anyway, there's box 1. Let's go to box 2. Spider-Man versus X-Men, Thunder Fox, Taz, Escape from Mars. It's a sequel. This game I played on the channel, I remember buying it for like 20 bucks at Fred Meyer way back in the day. This is a good Spider-Man one. I like this one. It actually reminds me of the Sega CD one, Spider-Man versus Kingpin, which the music is by Mr. Big, by the way. Sword of Vermilion, you either love or hate this game. Here's the other. Ugh. I like Tasmania. It's just a weird game. Spider-Man, X-Men, I think we just had that, so there's a duplicate. Tom and Jerry, Terminator, True Lies, Shining in the Darkness. That's a great game, but it's so frustrating. A lot of grinding. Universal Soldier, Tecmo Super Bowl, that's classic. Tough Man Contest. And then in here we've got 2 Super Street Fighter 2s. Strider, I love Strider. Richard Scarry's Busy Town. Super High Impact 2 copies. What is this? Shove It. Star Control, Star Trek. Yep. Shaq Fu. Another Samurai Showdown. Shadow the Beast. Look at that artwork. Just so crazy. I think this game's pretty I mean, it's not an amazing gameplay game, but it's pretty cool graphic style-wise. Super Thunderblade. I like this WrestleMania game. Thunder Force 3. Boy, that game's horrible. Just kidding. Shinobi 3, that's a great game. Stargate, Super Monaco GP. Shadow Dancer. Yeah, dude. Alright, so there's that box. Let's go on to the next one here. Gotta move some stuff. Mickey Mania. This is the adventure, the Timeless Adventures. Hockey. This is in a weird case. King of the Monsters 2. Maximum Carnage. And another Maximum Carnage. Mega Turrican. I think that's a duplicate for me. NBA Jam. He asked if he could keep an NBA Jam copy. I was like, absolutely, man. In fact, he kept NBA Jam and Zero Tolerance. I have both of those, so. MiG-29. Young Indiana Jones. Oh, dude, yeah. This is such a great game. Both this one and the hockey. Just so awesome. I wonder if this has the trading cards inside it. Who knows? Monopoly. Hockey. Yes, this is a CDX right here. So, really stoked to have this. I didn't have one. Basically, CDX is really the only system that is a standalone Sega CD. There's, you know, unless you're counting like the JVC XI. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's in here. Phantasy Star 4, Phantasy Star 3, Powermonger, Pit Fighter, Outrun, Marco. Yeah, I think, I'm trying to remember. It seems like that game was going to come out on Sega 32X and it didn't. I actually like Micro Machines. Not sure. I remember just playing it. Might and Magic, Mercs, played that on the channel. Mystic Defender, played that on the channel. Mystic Defender is one of my favorites. Primal Rage. Oh, man. Red Zone. I'm not sure what that is. That one looks pretty cool. I don't know what Red Zone is. Oh, God. Pretty tight there. Let's see. Ren and Stimpy, Rolo. A bunch of sports stuff. Alright. Global Gladiators. I can't remember if that was a cartoon. Seems like it was like some like Captain Planet craze kind of game. T2. I think that works with the Menacer. Yeah. And there's, oh yeah, 2 Menacers were included, which is actually pretty cool because I have a Menacer and I don't have a lot of the pieces. So Madden 95, Madden 96. the Genesis and its sports library. Every console's got the sports library, you know. Pugsy. Here's a 32X in box with some 32X games. You got Doom, Shadow Squadron, Metalhead. I think Metalhead will be an upgrade for me. I've got a complete Sega 32X set, most in box. There's some that are not. So anyway, I'll be upgrading a few if I can. And then I got the system. I do have one in box, but I think this one's in better shape as well. So check that out in a little bit. Let's see here. Earth Defense. You know, I don't know what that is. Let's see what this one is. What the hell is this? Funny World. Balloon Boy. What? Real Tech. I don't know. Are those like repros? They must be. I don't know. X-Men, X-Men 2. Wiz and Liz. Time Killers in box. That's badass. I have the cart only. I played the arcade game on the channel and beat it. It was absolutely insane. If you want to see me rage out a little bit, go watch that video. World of Illusion, Vector Man, Carmen Sandiego. It's 2 copies. Zoop. Oh man. So coming up, I'll reference this game again. You'll see why. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. World Cup. Blades. No, arcade. Yeah, Arcade's Greatest Hits. I already have that too, I think, in box. A few different WrestleMania games. You'll notice these are somewhat alphabetized, which is cool too. Virtual Pinball, Warlock, Urban Strike. Okay, so there's that box. We're gonna move on. We gotta get some of the stuff moved over here. Come back to these boxes here. Come back to this in a little bit. This is all some highlights. Okay. This is a bag of manuals, which is really, it's actually quite a few in there. These are like his, you can see it's all the N's, so NHL, tons of NBA, all that kind of stuff. 2 Toy Stories. This is a tote. It's got a 32X. It's very dusty. Couple 6-button controllers. Here's an N64 game. NBA courtside. Let's see what else is in here. Lion King. Oh, here's Earth Defense. Put that over here. He's probably playing it. Sega Channel demo cartridge. What? Dude, this is just laying in there, you guys. What? Acclaim. Well, I'll just set that somewhere else. Glad I looked in there. Lost World. Lion King. The Justifier. Definitely cool. I don't have the pink gun I used to. Just some controllers. Oh my god. It's another game. It's unlabeled. Actually, it's not Genesis. Is it Genesis? What is that? It fits. It looks like it would fit. I don't know what that is, you guys. Okay. It's an interesting box here. World of Illusion. What is this? Oh, it's a multi-tap. That's actually really cool. I think there's 2 of those. Yeah, 2 of them that are new in box coming up. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Jurassic Park. Another blank game. I don't know, man. I don't know what that is. He didn't really tell me. It seemed like he wasn't sure of what he had. Scooby-Doo. One of these is a variation. There's a gray and a black version of Scooby-Doo on N64. Another NBA. Power Plug. What is that? Oh, I got something gross on my finger from that. Boy, these are real dusty, dude. Let's see what other games are in here, though. Doom, 32X. Virtual Pinball, kind of thrashed. Sonic. WWF Attitude, N64. and Super Monaco GP, which actually is a really good game. I think it's awesome. I remember playing that for an entire weekend when I rented it and really enjoyed it. Okay, putting that over there. We've got a bunch of sports titles. We're not going to go through all those. Oh, Strider Returns and Sunset Riders. Pretty awesome. Tailspin. What is this? Tin Head. Oh yeah. Toe Jam and Earl, Pentagon Funkatron. Math Blaster. I remember this shit. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Next box, Battletech. Like mech simulations, pretty cool. Balls. Tiny Toons. Night Storm. Bugs Double Trouble. Looks like a California game card. Game store card. Cliffhanger. Cool Spot. Beavis and Butthead. Caesar's Palace. Blue. Bulls vs. Lakers. College 97. Crew Ball. Love this game. Check out my review on the channel. It's actually really good. Barney's Hide and Seek. Bob. I remember this game, dude. Oh, that's funny. Booger Man. Yeah. Buck Rogers. Alright, in here we've got Alien 3, which is actually really good. Afterburner 2. Asterix. Barkley Shut Up and Jam. Art Alive. That's like with the mouse, I think. Isn't that the mouse? I thought I used the mouse. It's just the Super Nintendo one. Bubsy. Side note, I fell for the new game. It's completely horrible. The new game, I beat it in less than 2 hours. I couldn't believe it when I was beating the final boss. I'm like, this can't be the end of the game. It better not be the end of the game. And it was. And I was pretty pissed off, honestly. This looks like a printed cover. This is definitely a printed cover. What the hell is going on? Really poorly printed cover on that. American Gladiators, Altered Beast, Batman. It's weird, it's the Mega Drive. Oh, yeah. Mega Drive. Crazy. Revenge of the Joker, Batman. I like that one. Big Hurt. Back to the Future 3. Brutal, Aladdin, okay, Blades of Vengeance, that's pretty awesome. Action 52, this must be a repro or something. Action 52 and 1, good, that's not right. Here's Bubsy 2, Animaniacs, 6-pack, Boxing Legends of the Ring, which actually is just a improved version, I believe, of Evander Holyfield. Batman Returns, Battle Master, Real Monsters, Awesome Possum. Another printed cover that looks so weird. What is going on? It's like maybe that was like printed on like an inkjet. Batman Forever. I think this is the one that's actually pretty good. I remember. This is like really weird and I can't remember. Okay. We are down to just a few more boxes here. We'll go back here first. Oh my gosh. Road Rash 2, I love this game. Road Rash 3. Risky Woods. RoboCop 3. Here's a little Bloodlines for you. I've got that in box already. I played that on the channel too. Road Rash, the first one. This is some weird combo cart with Musha and Operation Vapor Trail. Super 2-in-1. Oh, here's a Super 4-in-1. Moonwalker, Sunset Riders, Alien 3, and I guess that's Super Hang-On. Pretty weird. Powerball. Race Driving. Look at that. Back when you can get these things at Goodwill. Pretty awesome. $2.99. RBI 93. Streets of Rage. This is the Sega Classics edition. Sonic Spinball. Pitfall. Sonic Spinball. A couple Sonic 2s. Alright, and then we got, oh, this is a great game right here. Land Stalker. Really awesome. And, let's see, Lemmings, Lotus 2, Lotus Turbo Challenge, Last Battle, Last Action Hero, Lost Vikings, Liberty or Death, Kid Chameleon, you guys know I love that game. Jam It, Joe and Mac, Home Alone 2. In here we've got a couple more systems. Nothing real special about these, except they are different variations of like the system. So it's got Sonic Spinball. Here's the Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the system that I had when I was a kid. A couple arcade sticks, Fantasia, Power Rangers, Golden Axe. You know, he threw these in for me, some PS2 games. Another arcade joystick, Moonwalker, Moonwalker, and Moonwalker. Sonic 2 again. Splatterhouse 2, Counting Cafe, Frogger, Street Fighter 2, Dash and Desperados. That's pretty awesome. We've got Separation Anxiety, Splatterhouse 2, Splatterhouse 3, Eternal Champions, RoboCop vs. Terminator. Another one of those weird ones, Funny World and Balloon Boy. Okay. And then we got one more box. These are brand new. Team Player, Captain America and the Avengers, Double Trouble, Biohazard Battle, dude. I remember playing that one. Berenstein Bears, Family Feud, Chikan, Beauty and the Beast, Cyberball, Death Duel. That's a good game. I like Death Duel. College Slam, Centurion, another cool spot, Sega Sports, Combat Cars, got the Menacer, Monopoly, Power Rangers the movie. Okay, Galaxy Force 2, General Chaos, Golden Axe 2, Ghostbusters, Hard Drivin', Haunting starring Poltergeist, Herzog's Y, Havoc, High Seas Havoc. What is that? Oh, Ghouls and Ghosts. Gary's. I think I played that one on the channel too. Flashback, Fatal Labyrinth, Fatal Rewind, Fantasia, and Gadget Twins. Okay, so those are some of the highlights, or all of it I should say, and some of the highlights are here. So aside from these strange unmarked games and the one that says demo, it's pretty insane, we did get here a couple of strange, I don't know if they're all prototypes or what, just ROMs. NBA Jams version 3. I don't really know much about this. There's a couple signatures, initials, I guess. Kind of interesting. Realtek EEPROM unlicensed Whack-A-Critter. Got 2 of those. So, pretty strange. I'm not sure what's going on there. And over here we've got Musha. I know there's no manual. Or is there a manual? I thought there wasn't. No. No manual. And, I don't know why. Wolverine, And then this is a box of, these are like cartons. So these are how they would send these out to stores. So it has the model number, 6 pieces. So these are brand new, factory sealed, which is funny because it's like, you know, college football. I can't get them all out, but they're all the same, I think. Let's just do this. I'm not really worried about hurting the boxes. Oh no, they are different. Huh, I didn't realize they would be different. So it's Zoop and Sega Sports. So they're all sealed. And they're from, like, basically ready to put on your store shelves. What's cool is that, here's some more. He's got 3 Zoops. And then these are just some Mega Drive games that he had. And then Streets of Rage 2. And this is sort of a big highlight for me, is 3 cases of unopened Genesis games. So here's one, completely sealed. Here's another. Let's see, the item numbers, I don't know, 01241, Viacom 139086, and another one, 139066. So these are all unopened. I'll have to open them and check it out. I'll probably do it on the channel and just see what it is. So anyway, that's everything that I got. And now my plan is to actually build some shelves for this. So I have to build some shelves. Here's my existing shelves. You can see how tall that is. It's 9 shelves, and that's 8 feet actually. So to the left, I have to move this entire bookshelf. I'm going to move that. These are all comics. I'm going to move all that, and I'm actually going to build about, it's not quite 8 feet long, but it'll be about 7.5 feet. And I'll be able to at least put a lot of this out there. I mean, I have a lot of Genesis games over there, as you can see, and that's great. And this is actually, my N64 set has grown quite a bit. I am only missing 2 games, and they are on their way. I ordered them, so they're coming, and then I'll have a full N64 set that's not real boxes, they're just printed, which I did do a video on how to do that. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. Let me know what your favorite game is that I got. So until next time, you know what to do. You keep that shit retro by playing Wolverine on the Sega Genesis later on.